So I have a experience to share that actually happened a couple, I think it was like a week and a half ago, and I tried to make this video that day, but I didn't have the right software for recording. And so recently, the Lord has been dealing with me about my essential oils. Um, like things like, because I have a bunch that I had this monthly thing where I was getting multiple ones, and I thought, I was racking up points and getting a really great deal, like, how that stuff goes. So now I have a whole bunch saved up, and I only use a few of them. And so the Lord was dealing with me about, like, some scriptures would come to mind about, like, don't store up earthly treasures, and like in Acts 2, how they distributed to every man as had need and stuff like that. So it was just kind of like he kind of put it on my heart about getting rid of my essential oils. Not, I don't know if all of them, but I have a lot. And so one morning I woke up and I went to start the coffee and everything, and I walked by my oil rack with all the oils on it, and something just kind of like pressed on my heart where I was like, yep, today's the day, like I need to, and then so I have a few that actually help with certain things that I really use them for, like legitimately use them, and that significantly help. So I set those aside. It was about 6 of them. And so the rest of them, I had like 30 basically. And so I put them all in a bag. And I was like, okay. So I put the bag, I put the bag like over on the dresser. And I was like, all right. So whenever I feel like giving those away, I might give them away. No, I don't know. But then something caught my attention. Um, This is something that I've been learning about recently, that God's been teaching me recently. Delayed obedience is disobedience. This is what he's saying to me. So I was like, ooh, like, getting serious today. So I had this thought to post it on this KMC free share. It's a local area free share around here. And I was like, that sounds really weird to put like all these pretty pricey oils on there for free. Um, that's pretty weird. And then I was like, okay, maybe I won't do it today. Maybe I'll try to figure something else out. And then I was like, delayed obedience is disobedience. So I was like, okay, let's just do it. So I went ahead to make the post, and tons of people were commenting, and I was getting super overwhelmed, like really overwhelmed. So I just started praying, and I just tried to saturate this in prayer. I was saying, like, God, this is your project. This is what you wanted me to do. Um, you lead me to the people that you want me to contact, that you know, however. So, um, I felt like he was specifically addressing with me that I need to um, contact the people who stated they have specific needs. Like some people were saying, I have trouble sleeping, I have really bad anxiety, I have this and this. Do you have anything that can help? And so, but then there were some people that were saying like, oh yeah, I'm doing a big promo and I would love to have your oils and stuff like that. So God was pushing me more towards people who were stating a specific need. So there's this lady she said that she was like 34, or she could have been further along than that. Like, she said she was having a baby in 6 days. That's what it was. So she's pregnant, and she said that she had trouble sleeping, could not sleep. Asking me if I had any oils for that. I said, yes, I have two. That would be perfect for that. lavender and cedar wood. So I was like, you can come on by, pick up lavender and cedar wood. I had like, bottles, and come on by and pick them up. And she said, all right, great. I'll be over this evening because we're out doing errands or whatever. So a few hours later into the evening, she randomly messages me and says, hey, would you by any chance have any clary sage oil? And I was like, yep, sure do. You can have it. And she was like, you're kidding. And she said, thank the Lord uh, for this or something like that. And I was like, okay. And so whenever she got here, I gave her her 3 oils and the clary sage, and I kind of gave her a brief like instruction on how to use them and stuff. And she said, "Man, this is so crazy because she's very pregnant or having a baby in 6 days, and she said that her friend is a midwife and was saying that she was about to be induced, and her friend that's a midwife was saying you need to get a hold of clary sage oil." And she was kind of like, okay. She said that she was searching for clary sage oil for 2 straight days and couldn't find any. Um, and of course, you don't have time to order it if it's that soon, you know what I mean? So it was just really weird how that turned out. That she was searching everywhere for this clary sage oil, and I just happened to have some, and it was that day that God was addressing with me, um, put these oils out there. So how crazy is that, right? She's searching for this and she needs it promptly, and God was saying to me, you need to, um, you need to publish this about the oils to get rid of them promptly. So that was overly coincidental. That was God. That's that's what God does. So she said, apparently, see, I didn't know what clary sage oil was. I didn't really know what it was about. She said that if you use it, instead of having to be induced, expecting mothers will go into labor usually like 48 hours or 24 hours after using the clary sage oil. I don't know. I've never, you know, I have no idea. So that's what she said. Um, so, I was like, okay, great. Uh, is there anything I can pray for you for? And so we prayed together, and I told her, I was like, this was God's plan because I wasn't trying to get rid of my, I wasn't trying to get rid of my oils. It was definitely God addressing that with me, and I'm trying to be obedient in that. So it was not my plan at all. My personal plans are selfish, you know what I mean? So I was telling her that, and then so she left, and so as I was telling my husband what happened, I remembered. It was so crazy because I never ordered that clary sage oil. Um, it came to me as a mistake by the company. I ordered lavender and got clary sage instead. And I was just kind of like, oh well, like, I don't really care. Like, I'll just order another lavender or whatever. I don't care. So that was super weird to me because I had no idea what it was for, and I got it as a mistake. That was her oil. That was for her. Like, um, you know, this is God. This is what He does. Like, who would know that? No, like, um, it's just amazing. So basically, um, God is our provider. People say that, like, or if you hear that, you just think, like, that's nice. Like, okay, yeah, it's a provider, sure. No, like, it's real, for real, that he is a provider. Um, there's specific verses about this, and I'll have to look those up and post them. I might post them in the comments, because I'm not calling them to memory right now. So, but it's real because, and I remember the first time I tried to shoot this video and it was messing up. I was actually sitting in my recliner, which I remembered whenever I was in the middle of the video that that recliner I was sitting on was a perfect example of that also, because it was when I lived in Florida and I was broke. Like, man, I was flat broke. Like, it was, I wasn't struggling, but it wasn't, it was kind of bad. So, my brother came to visit for 2.5 months, and so he's basically living with me for a while. And it was like the first day that he was with me, I saw, we're like, we're gonna have to get you a bed because my apartment is very small, and we're gonna have to find you a place to sleep. And I saw some people. This was whenever I was just first saved at this point. Just like had just gotten saved. I was like, what some of you guys call like a baby Christian at this point. And I saw some people carrying furniture in and out of their house, and I just felt this weird, like, whatever, let's go talk to them. So I went over there and I was like, hey, I just want to ask you guys if you're selling. It looks like you're moving. I was wondering if you're selling a mattress because my brother's here with me, and we're looking for a mattress to buy. I just wanted to see if you had anything because he's looking for somewhere to sleep. And this woman had such compassion, like she was very moved for some reason, like, oh, like she was like, I need to help you, like I don't know, but and so she gave me her recliner. I think it was her husband's recliner, and he was kind of like not wanting to let go of it. And I was like, you know what, it's okay. And then they're like, no, really, we don't have space for it. Please take it. And um, wow, like I offered them money for it. They wouldn't accept money. Um, and that came at just the right time. Like imagine that. It's the first day my brother gets there. We're like scrambling around trying to find like a mattress or something, and I didn't even have a couch. This is how bad it was. So God is a provider, if especially, I mean, for those who are walking with him. Um, Even says that he causes the rain to be on believers as much as non-believers as well. So, he's a provider, but for those who trust in him, I think that it is so much more because we're showing that we depend on him, we rely on him, and he wants to show us that we can depend on him and rely on him. So it's just really cool stuff. So I just wanted to share that.